Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Okay.
You know, every now and then a story pops up that just grabs your attention. Today we're looking at one that's got it all. Finance, family drama, even a little bit of Olympic fame.
Sounds intriguing.
It really is.
Yeah.
It all centers on this Australian businessman, Brendan Gunn. Long history in finance, but now he's caught up in some serious legal trouble, all tied to the wild world of crypto. And get this,
Okay.
his sister, none other than Rachel Gunn, the Olympic breakdancer, went totally viral after that performance in Paris.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Incredible.
Absolutely. So to make sense of it all, we've been digging into some reports from news.com.au and fxnewsgroup.com, some pretty reliable sources. So first things first, who is Brendan Gunn? And how did he end up in this situation? We know he's held these high-powered positions at big financial firms like Forex.com and Invast Financial Services, ran a major FX news site, even worked in executive recruitment. We're not talking about someone who just wandered into the financial world.
No, it sounds like this is someone who knows this world like the back of his hand, which makes his alleged involvement in this crypto scheme, that's what makes it so interesting. It's not someone who's like clueless about the risks and the regulations.
Exactly. So let's get into the specifics. Gunn has been charged by ASIC, that's the Australian Securities and Investments Commission. They're basically Australia's financial watchdog, making sure everyone plays by the rules.
Got it.
Now, according to these articles, between March and May 2020, Gunn allegedly took over 181,000 Australian dollars. That's like roughly 113,000 US dollars from 3 different investors, all for supposed crypto investments. But here's where things get really messy. Gunn was opening and closing all these bank accounts, and it turns out banks were flagging his activity as potential scams, even issuing warnings. But he's kept going.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So what do you make of that pattern?
Well, that kind of behavior, that's definitely going to set off alarm bells for any financial investigator. Sure, there could be reasons for opening and closing a bunch of accounts that aren't shady, but doing it after banks are waving red flags about scams, that's a big red flag itself. It could suggest that he was trying to hide what he was really doing, maybe trying to avoid getting caught, which unfortunately is pretty typical in financial fraud cases.
Right, and this all led to a court appearance just last month, March 2025. Gunn was officially charged with dealing with money suspected of being proceeds of crime.
Okay.
Now, that charge, that carries some serious weight. We're talking up to 3 years in prison, plus a massive fine.
Wow.
But what's really significant here is that this goes beyond just a crypto scam. It brings in this possibility of money laundering, which is a whole other level of legal trouble.
Absolutely. It's like authorities are saying, hey, we think this money might have come from illegal activities, and Gunn was trying to make it look clean. It's not just about bad investments anymore. It's a potentially much bigger criminal investigation.
And it's important to note that this isn't an isolated incident. ASIC's been really cracking down on crypto-related fraud all over the place. So why is this happening now? Why this increased scrutiny on crypto?
Well, the thing is, crypto's grown so fast, and it offers a certain level of anonymity, which unfortunately attracts people who want to take advantage of that. So regulators like ASIC are scrambling to keep up, trying to set clearer rules and protect investors. It's a tough balance because you want to encourage innovation, but also prevent people from getting ripped off.
Absolutely. Now, this is where things get even more interesting. Remember Brendan Gunn's sister, Rachel? Ray Gunn.
Right, the Olympian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She had that meteoric rise to fame after the Olympics, then faced all this online hate.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
It was really intense, and ultimately she retired from breakdancing.
Yeah.
It just adds another layer to this already complicated story.
I agree. It really reminds you that we're not just talking about abstract cases here. These are real people with real families, and their lives are being deeply affected by this. It's easy to get lost in the financial details, but the human element is just as important.
Absolutely. So here's the takeaway. We have Brendan Gunn, a financial expert, facing some very serious charges tied to crypto and potentially money laundering. And then there's his sister, Rachel, whose own journey adds another layer of complexity to this whole situation.
Yeah.
This case really highlights the risks and rewards of crypto. It's exciting, it's innovative, but it's also still largely unregulated. So I guess the question is, where do we go from here? How do we protect investors while still fostering innovation? It's something to think about. And that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It was fascinating.
Absolutely. Until next time.